Facebook ads for detailers in 2025. Okay, so I have always equated Facebook to digging through a bucket of mud looking for a diamond. And this is from someone who has had incredible success with Facebook ads. I've had incredible success with Facebook ads over the year, but I go into it with a different perspective than a lot of people. First of all, I don't try ads. That's almost a bizarre statement to me, is that to say that I tried ads. And normally when detailers say that, is like, well, I put $50 on an ad 5 years ago and I didn't get anything from it. And horrible visuals, horrible copy, no call to action, no offer, nothing for the customer or the prospect to actually buy, didn't lead them to a quality website, etc., etc., etc. And then they're the first to go on some big tangent on a Facebook group about how Facebook sucks for advertising and it doesn't work, etc., etc., etc. Reality is there are detailers making hundreds of thousands of dollars or more a year off of Facebook ads. It still works. It has gotten more expensive. There is less reach for your money, but there is still a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The rainbow is just a little bit harder to find nowadays. First of all, when approaching Facebook ads, the most powerful, efficient, and inexpensive way to drive your Facebook ads is through retargeting ads. Now, there's a lot of content out there. I even made very specific videos in the CPD courses that show you exactly how to make a retargeting ad. It's fairly simple. Well, do you know the reason for that, Walt? And I agree with you. And a lot of people, I mean, I've had people throw me under the bus for this, for even saying this, because it's not what the big marketers say. You don't give a crap. If it works, it works. Whenever you boost a post, you can put no button or anything on it, and it doesn't look as much like an ad. It looks much more like a natural native post when you're actually on the platform. And then if you boost it, but then put a custom audience, yeah, it doesn't have all the customizability. And I'm sure some marketer might, you know, guffaw at this, but you can still do a lot just boosting a post, but putting a custom audience on it. So you're not sending it to like 14-year-olds that don't own a car, et cetera, et cetera. You're still getting that custom audience, but you also have that option to make it look much more like a native organic post than a full blown ads manager, all the details, etc. But retargeting ads are stupid cheap. I mean, you can do it for $5 a day. And if you've got a Facebook pixel, you retarget your website visitors so that if they didn't buy from you, you can let them see you over and over again. Your current followers, your current customers, you can reactivate them. The ROI on retargeting ads is insane. It's insane. Almost every time I launch a different or new retargeting ad, and retargeting ads are one of those things that I basically do all year round with very few exceptions. Um, the return on investment for a retargeting ad is insane. Now, if you're going to go out in the marketplace, this is how I've always advertised. If I'm gonna shoot it out there to an audience, I'm gonna go truly outbound, not retargeting, truly outbound. I've always had this mindset that if I'm gonna advertise, it has to work. I see the ad as a tool. I don't put pride into it. I don't put ego into it. Little ad, I like you, but you have to produce for me. And I put everything I have into the copies, into the visuals, into the call to action. I put everything I have into it because it was a habit I developed back a decade or more ago when I was really struggling and I didn't have much money to advertise and I was just learning about ads and copy and all that other stuff. And it flipping had to work. It had to produce for me or I couldn't afford to do it. So I never tried advertising. I couldn't afford I couldn't afford two things, okay? I couldn't afford to do it and it not work. And I also couldn't afford to not advertise and therefore not drive in the business. So to me, whenever I create Facebook ads, the only option is to make that sucker work. And I do that by testing, A/B testing. I'll put like $10 on an ad and run it for a day. $20 on an ad, run it for a day. Make sure that it's converting. Make sure that I'm getting interest and leads and things like that. And then I'll put the bigger money on it. But to me, it was never an option for it to not work. I saw it as if it's not working, the problem's with me. It's lazy to throw the platform under the bus simply because I haven't found the right message, the right tone, the right visual, etc., to get people's attention. And I have a lot of people that, oh, and it gets much deeper than that. Okay. If we can, do you want to get a little deeper? Do you want to know more? It gets a little deeper than that. I've had people that have run ads, even in CPG groups, stuff like that, that are like, this ad sucks. It's not working. It's not doing anything for me. And they're like, okay, send me a screenshot of the analytics. And it's like, I had one that was like 273 clicks on the ad. Dude, that ad isn't broken. That ad is actually doing really, really good. It's it's intrigued people enough to where they're clicking on it and they're going to your landing page or they're going to your website or they're going to your form, whatever you have set up for it. The problem isn't the ad. The ad's doing what it's supposed to do. The ad creates interest and then it takes them further down the sales funnel, further down the buying process so that they can be presented an offer and can then therefore make a buying decision, yes or no. The problem for most detailers is not that the ads don't work. They're getting clicks, they're getting views, they're getting engagement. The problem is their offer is that where the ad is landing them is not converting the customer because going back to the clarification thing, the customer doesn't understand it. There's too many options and they can't find an offer very, very quickly. That's the reason why most Facebook ads are not working for detailers is not the ad itself. It's where it's leading them is not something that is working and convertible and powerful enough to get someone to say yes and engage and go further down the buying process. See, we want to blame the platform. We want to blame the market. We want to blame all the other detailers. We want to we it's everyone else's fault. The real fault is on you. Just to be very, I mean, I took this. Listen, don't you're like, don't point your finger at me. I pointed at myself long before I pointed at anyone else. Long before. And I said, Mark, this is your problem. If these ads are not working, you need to fix it. You need to improve it. You need to develop it. You need to make it stronger. You need to make them an offer they can't refuse. You need to make what you do so clear and valuable and transparent that there's no reason for them to not buy unless it's simply zero match for them. Unless there's actual, like, okay, either I don't have enough money, or I don't have a car, or some other powerful reason, like legitimate powerful reason, that they don't want to buy. Not just they don't understand it, they don't get the value, there's too many options, there's not enough simplicity. That I could not do. I couldn't accept that. Why? Because I need to make money. I've got a family, I've got kids. So I take advertising and I put it in a totally different lens than a lot of detailers do, which we're always looking, who am I going to point fingers at? Who am I going to blame? Who am I going to throw under the bus because this didn't work? And instead I say, what did I screw up in this ad? Where's is it unclear? Is it not engaging enough? Do I not sound personal enough? Do I not sound trustworthy enough? Is the visual, is the copy, is it not clear enough? Are not they not getting what I'm trying to portray here? And when you look at it through that perspective, you can always improve it. You can always make it better. You can always make it work. But if you look at it through the lens of blaming everyone else, you can't improve it. Clarity and simplification is how you make more money in this business. If you're shoveling $100 bills into a furnace with your ads and they're not getting you any business, it's not the flipping ads. 95% plus of the time, it's not the ads that are broken. It's the offer, it's the message, and it is the clarity of that message that is broken. And that's why the ads aren't working. It's not you, Facebook, it's me. And if people would grab a hold of this, it would change their lives. I had a guy that I've kind of, we haven't done the coaching with it. This was before I had all the write ups and the walkthroughs and the step by steps and all that other stuff on CPD. But I talked him through, like, clarifying his message. He booked like 15 jobs in like a week just because he simplified everything. We were talking, and I was like, so what are you wanting to say with your service? He said this. I said, simplify it. He said it again, simplify it. I said it again, simplify it. And we kept doing it over and over again till it got so crazy simple that in a heartbeat you could understand what he was doing, what he was offering, what it did. Boom, he started making big money. He started getting sales. He started converting people. People started buying. And show you exactly how to do that in the CPD courses. Or you can work through it yourself. It's a little easier with a guide, but you can definitely work through it yourself. Just keep simplifying it and simplifying it and simplify it and simplify it until it's almost ridiculously simple and easy. Don't throw the ads under the bus. If the ads aren't working, but they are getting you traffic, views, clicks, etc., engagement, comments, messages, it's not the ad that is broken. It is your offer that is broken and can, more often than not, very easily, quickly, I'm talking within a couple days, if you really grind at it, be fixed where things start moving again. I've got to get off of here. You all have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, shoot me a message.